can I increase my credit score?
How can you increase your credit score? Okay, I'll give you many ways. Now, remember that being able to borrow is the first step to financial freedom, because the banks can make you rich. And if there is any advantage of being in the United States of America, is the ability to borrow and how it works in this country. So first, you must work on your credit. So I'm glad, how can I increase my credit score? Well, let me, before I start telling you how to do it, I'll show you my own credit score. How's that? I'll show you my credit score. Here is my credit score. This is this morning, because when I saw this, I said, I better check my credit score. I go to Credit Karma, 807 on TransUnion and 792 on Equifax, but you really don't need more than 720. I just play it like a game. Like, look at the trajectory of 1 year. This is 1 year. You have excellent credit, they're telling me, and I believe them, because 792 is very good. Score history for 1 year, I went from 764 to that 792. That's on which one? Okay, how is the credit score working? Look at this. You may want to take a screenshot just so you can see how credit score works. Is they actually look at your payment history. It's very important. Credit card use, how much credit do you use from the credit lines you have? You have 100,000 in credit available and you're using 20,000 to 30,000. Wow, your credit score is going to go through the roof. But you have 100,000 and you're using 95,000, your credit scores will go down. They're going to say this person is high risk. Derogatory marks like, hey, you didn't pay your phone or something. So they put, hey, a thing like, hey, you know, this person is late and whatever. The age of your credit, the longer, they want it to be over 5 years. The longer, the better. How many accounts you have? You want as many accounts as possible, believe it or not. And how many hard inquiries? See, this one here says 2 hard inquiries. So number one, so I'm showing you that, you know, I have good credit. I work the credit very well. It's very important to work the credit. It is your future. You control that. So how do you do that? Number one, pay down or pay off your balances on the credit cards. If you can pay them off, keep them at 30% of the credit. So if you have $5,000 credit card, don't have more than $1,500 or less. Keep it at 30% or lower of the credit line. Number one, pay down or pay off the balances. Number two, do not use or pay, or if you've already used any hard money that gets recorded on your credit score, on your credit reporting agencies, pay it off. Like there used to be, I don't know if they're still around, there is this company called HFC. HFC, those are hard money lenders. They will loan you at 22%. If they like you, if they don't like you, maybe 26%. This is crazy, abusive. And if they report to the credit agencies that, oh, you're making your payments online, all this is not good, because if you seek these type of lenders, that means you're desperate for loans. You don't have the best way to get loans. Maybe you don't have your accounting or your taxes well enough. So that affects your credit score. Number three, believe it or not, apply for as many credit cards as you can with no yearly fees. Try to get those with no yearly fees. You can Google them. Because the more credit you have, the better your credit score will be. So the example I gave you, if you have $100,000 in credit and you borrowed $95,000, you have two choices. You can pay down your credit, the debt, down to, let's say, $50,000 to $30,000, whatever, or you can apply for more credit cards to have $200,000 credit. So your use of $95,000 against $200,000 credit limit is less than 50%. You're on your way to get it down to the 30% credit lines versus usage. So apply for more credit cards, believe it or not, could help you. And if you're gonna apply for more credit cards, there is a way to do it. And my suggestion is apply for several credit cards at the same time. Because when they're gonna pull your credit, it's not gonna show, like, it's just gonna kind of create a glitch in the system. So, because if you apply for them sequentially instead of simultaneously, they're gonna start seeing that there are too many inquiries. You may not qualify for the credit cards, or you may get very little credit lines. The other thing is get a mortgage loan. When you get a loan on a house, that improves your credit score, of course, if you're paying on time, etc. Number 5, put on your credit reports the highest income you make. When they ask you how much do you make, or you're on your credit card or your credit, etc., you need to actually put the highest income you make. Meaning, if you're on commissions, which I know I have a lot of brokers and all this, and maybe one year you made $400,000, hey, they actually in the credit thing it says how much you anticipate to make this year, expected yearly income. Well, you expect to make 400, maybe 450, I don't know. But roll it up. They're allowing you, they're asking, what do you expect? You know, I make good money, so I always say 1 million plus. And then I say, if you'd like, I can send the tax backup to submit proof, you know. But if you're gonna like massage it up and you don't have proof, don't suggest for them to ask you. Okay. So you put on these credit, when they ask you, like American Express periodically says, tell us what your income is. Has it been X or is it more or less? You adjust it up, okay? Do not go to full credit lines on your credit cards. We talked about that. If you can get a credit line, it's called the HELOC, Home Equity Line of Credit. If you can get that and pay off all your credit cards, you're better off on your credit score, plus you're paying only one company and it's spread usually over at least 15 years. You may even get those interests only, and then you can pay it down faster.